This is Defender. Yeah. Under the sun where the hurricanes roar, four teams clash, it's a battle for more. Panthers prowl, Falcons soar, Saints march loud, Bucks hit the floor. Green diamond dreams, southern skies, victory screams, fire in their eyes. Yeah. NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. From Carolina's call to Atlanta's flight, New Orleans gold shining through the night. Tampa's cannons boom set the fight alight. Every Sunday, a southern delight. Passion ignites, the rivalries burn. Only one champ each season's turn. Yeah, yeah. NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. From Carolina's claw to Atlanta's flight, New Orleans gold shining through the night. Tampa's cannons boom set the fight alight. Every Sunday, a southern delight. Passion ignites, the rivalries burn. Only one champ each season's turn. Yeah, yeah. NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. Never back down. Yes.
What's going on, guys? We're back here with the NFC South Showdown podcast, episode 4. Jordan, welcome to the All Sports Podcast Network family. Jordan, we would like to finally welcome you as you're here today. Jordan, say hi to everyone.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
All right, so last week we didn't have Cody, but Jordan gave me his picks. So this week we're doing the picks again. But first we're going to do the power rankings for week 2. So 2 weeks are in the books. Week 3 has just started. The Bills surprisingly did not beat up on the Dolphins that we thought they would. Dolphins kept it close. And Jordan's still pissed because he lost his parlay by 1 point.
Wait, what?
Yes,
I
Jordan,
lost my parlay by 1 point.
by 1 point.
Was it a team point or was it like an all point?
It was an over-under for the game, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are with the. Hold on, let me look the dog in. I'll be right back.
Damn, the Bills should have gotten 32 points. You would have been fine.
No, actually, they got too many points. They got 52. I had 51 and a half that I needed them to be under by. So.
Oh, they
See if I
should
can
have
share it
scored
for you
30.
guys.
You would have been fine.
Let me see if I can.
Honestly, what killed me was the Dolphins converting that 3rd and 14. That was literally everything for me because once they got to a 4th and 4 and converted that, I knew I was pretty screwed. So.
All right, can you guys see this?
Let me check it.
Oh, I didn't mean to share my video.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can see it. Okay.
see it.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. All right, so we're all in agreement that Green Bay and Buffalo are the top 2 teams in the league right now after 2 weeks.
No questions about it.
Yes, no questions about it. I think Buffalo and Green Bay stay at the top. Philadelphia, I'm going to put at 4 because I think not Baltimore. Actually, you know what? LA. I'm going to do LA because I think LA jumps Philadelphia because LA had a better performance on Sunday than Philadelphia did. Sunday, Philadelphia's still 2-0. They're going to be in the fourth spot. At 5, I think we got to go the Chargers. And that's my
Why?
top.
How is Tampa getting slept on? I mean, hold on. I get you guys are in the NFC South, but Tampa's easily top 5 right now.
Nah, I don't. You know what?
We're
You know
easily
what?
top 5
You talked
in
me
the
into
NFC.
it. You talked me into it. I'm gonna put Tampa at 5 because
I-
Philadelphia
I-
just
you know,
had
I'm gonna slow down. I think
Philadelphia.
yes.
Philadelphia.
Tampa should,
If Philadelphia
Like,
played,
especially with
yeah.
that 3rd down conversion.
If
Houston
Philadelphia
literally
plays,
had us sacked.
no, it was a 4th down conversion.
Was it a 4th? I thought it was 3rd.
No, it was 4th.
My bad.
It was a 4th down conversion that
I
Houston
would
had a sack.
I would certainly consider them being up there. I just think the problem is, I mean, they won. Obviously, they won the first game by a missed field goal, and they beat the Texans by 1 point. I think
The-
they played well enough to win those games, but they just haven't
But we're
won
also
them in
we
The,
have
down
the
four
time.
Eagles,
injuries that any 2-0 starters.
the only reason why I'm gonna agree with Cody on this one is because the Eagles played so bad against the Chiefs.
Eagles. I think I honestly I think the Eagles lose to the Rams. I
Yeah,
would not be
I
shocked.
think with the Eagles' performance on Sunday against the Chiefs and the fact that they should have lost, I think the Bucs deservingly should be in the top 5.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, I am going to put the Chiefs in the sixth slot in the top
Chiefs
six.
or Eagles?
Eagles, not Chiefs. Eagles.
Okay.
And then I'm probably going to put having a really good game, a bounce back game, gets them in the top 10. The Seahawks. They just completely fucking demolished the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I think I had the Raiders in the top 10 last week. They're not going to be in the top 10 this week. After that
No,
shitty
come
performance
on. You gotta have them in the top 10, man.
after they got their asses handed to them on Monday night, no,
they can't be up there. No,
no.
Come on, they're my sleeper pick this year.
I'm going Bengals. I think Bengals are 2-0, so they got
I
to be
think
in
the
top 10.
only conundrum with the Bengals is obviously no Joe Burrow. So
No
that
Joe
definitely
Burrow,
plays
yeah.
a role.
But the good news is they're
Yeah.
playing.
Oh yeah, I forgot
They're
he's out
playing.
for the season, isn't he?
Well,
They're
not
playing
technically.
Minnesota, who also has Carson Wentz starting this week. So.
Technically, he's not out for the season. He's just gonna miss 3 months. He could come back
That's
towards
right.
the end of the season.
That's what I like.
So I have the Bengals
Pretty
here
much,
at what's this 8? Yeah, I have the Bengals at 8. At 9, I'm gonna go Colts because the Colts shouldn't have won that game against the Broncos. That was fucking terrible. And then at
Hold on.
10,
I don't know. Honestly, we might actually have to move the Colts up a little bit more because of all the 32 NFL teams, Colts are the only team that have 0 punts.
you know what?
And then
So
just
we have to at least
You
put
know
them
what?
up
I'm
a
gonna
little
give
bit
them that.
more.
I'm moving them up to 9. They're gonna go up to 9 or 8. And then at 10, obviously I gotta go the last undefeated team. Just because they won.
Because that's
they
actually
beat the
impressive
Saints.
for the
They
Colts.
beat the Saints with
Everybody
like
had the Colts getting third.
they beat the Saints with Mac Jones. They deserve to be in top 10. I know the Saints aren't good, but it's Mac Jones. I just don't trust the Cardinals. I would put the Cardinals here, but
I think you can make it. I think you
I
can
don't
make the
trust Kyler
same
Murray.
argument
I'm
for the
sorry.
Cardinals that you can make for the San Francisco 49ers
Yeah.
right now, though, because they've played, 2 really close games.
Yeah.
Purdy didn't play that great in week 1, but he did enough just to win the game.
you know what?
And then, of course, they didn't have Purdy for week 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play in week 3 for sure.
Because of how dominant they played in that first half against the Panthers, I'm going to give it to the Cardinals. And then at 11, I'm going to put the 49ers. And then this is where it gets tricky because a lot of the 1-1 teams.
I think you got to put the Ravens up there, right? I mean, they did bounce back with a dominant performance against the Browns. So
yeah, I'm going to put Ravens after
But
the
Henry,
49ers.
man, I was so upset with Henry's performance, but I get it. They didn't want to use him much. There was no reason.
I think your Falcons should get up there. I think they're.
Yeah, they're going to be 13. Then I'm going to put I'm going to put the Lions before them.
Oh
because the
yeah.
Lions-
I'm
Lions
already,
had a
I'm
way
already
better-
forgetting the Lions.
They had a way better performance. And then falling a couple steps is the Raiders. The Raiders were
that's
top
fair.
10
That's
last
fair.
year. So I think this is 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 15. So now we get to the bottom half. The Broncos are going to be here. I'm going Jags here, and I'm going Patriots and then I'm going to go Steelers. So these are in the Commanders. So this is going to be the next row because I feel like these 4 teams have ability to bounce back. The Patriots have the ability to win another game. The Jags can bounce back this week. I don't think they will when we get into predictions.
Who they play? I don't even know.
They play the Texans.
We'll have to find out.
The
Jags at home.
Broncos.
I'll take the Jags, man.
The Broncos. Yeah, but that Texans defense. Trevor Lawrence struggled against the Bengals defense.
I think the only problems I have is C.J. Stroud hasn't really looked that strong so far.
Yeah,
That's what I worry about.
To be fair, that the thing is, well, you can blame his fucking general manager for trading away their best lineman.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Wait, who's
Broncos.
the best lineman got traded?
Tunsil.
Oh,
He got traded to the Commanders, right? The Commanders.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
So
you
the
are correct.
Broncos are here because they lost to the Colts. The Broncos should have won that game, but I feel like the Broncos can bounce back. They play the Chargers though, so this is going to be a good matchup this week. And then the I got to put the Chiefs here because I do think the Chiefs have an easable, winnable game tomorrow night. The Cowboys got to go here at least here
Yep.
because they did win. They did win, so you got to give them the win.
Yep.
The Vikings, even though they lost to Atlanta, bad.
Wait, the Chiefs haven't even won a game yet, and you put the Cowboys behind them?
Because the Cowboys beat the Giants.
No, what I'm saying is, okay,
Cody, I
don't
wouldn't
care if the
get
Cowboys beat
too
the
crazy
Giants.
over that. I mean, it's
Cowboys beat a team. The Chiefs have yet.
okay. Then put them in front. But it's like, does it make that much of a
Chiefs should
difference
not
right
The
now?
Chiefs-
They beat the
top
Giants.
25.
Congrats,
I'm
you beat the
sorry.
Giants.
The Chiefs are 0-2, but they also still have Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to get Rashid Rice back after next
And
week.
remember, they've lost to the Chargers and the Eagles. I mean,
Exactly.
like, they've lost.
So
to
you know
two
what?
teams.
When are they getting Rice back? I thought it was for
Yeah,
6
after
games. It was
6 games.
yep.
Okay, so
6
and then
games,
in a
that's
couple
right.
weeks they get him back, and then they're more likely going to get Xavier Worthy back by the middle of the way season as well. The Chiefs just got to weather the storm. They have a tough schedule. They have a tough game after this week. They go to Baltimore. Or they come home to play Baltimore. And
But
then
they were heavy favored in both of those games that they lost.
they played the
heavily
defending
favored.
champions, and they played the Chargers, who have under Jim Harbaugh. Those are not easable, winnable games.
They were favored heavily in both of them.
No, they weren't. They were actually underdogs against the Eagles. They were actually underdogs. They were
Yeah, I think they were only like -1 point favorites. Or actually, no, you're right. Yeah,
It
they were
was-
not. They were an
'cause-
underdog versus
Because Nick
the,
Wright,
the
Nick
Char-
Wright
versus
kept
the
fucking.
Eagles.
He kept saying that shit. He kept saying how they were underdogs. So I got to put the Chiefs in front of the Cowboys. If the Cowboys can beat a good team, I think then I'll put them in front of the Chiefs. But until they beat a good team, I can't. And Minnesota, I just don't trust Minnesota. I said it last week. They do this every year. They have a big game. They win a big game, then they lose a big game. And then obviously I got to go. I have to
Texans.
put the Texans here, and I have
Yep.
to put the Bears because I think the bottom.
I don't know about Chicago, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Actually, you know what? Because of the Giants' performance, I'm gonna put them.
I think that's fair. I think that's
Uh,
fair.
And then obviously the two front runners I got to put here are the Bears. Actually, no, I think I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. I'm the Bears.
There's 32 teams, so the last row will have 2 extra.
Okay, so the Bears and the Browns are here, and then
I guess put my
obviously.
Saints at third just because they played 2 close games. Outside of that, though,
No, I'm going Jets.
Jets just got demolished.
Yes, but
man.
the Jets did play well week 1. They did
Right,
play
but
well
so
week
did
1.
the Saints.
True that. You know what? I could do Titans because Titans.
I haven't
Yeah,
even
yeah, you
watched
could
the
throw
Saints
Titans up
or
there
the
if you want
Panthers
to.
play at all. Are they really that bad right now?
Who? The Panthers?
The Saints and Panthers.
Panthers are bad. Panthers are really bad.
Are they?
Yeah, they're bad.
I think
'cause I haven't watched a single game yet.
I think the Saints played relatively well, so I'm not going to move them any further. I think 4th is perfect for them because I do think the Titans with Cam Ward's play.
I wouldn't be shocked if we lose another game by 1 score to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. The Seahawks are also coming off a huge win against the Steelers too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
I
yeah,
got it.
maybe.
I got to put Jets. I got to put Jets right here, and then obviously I got to put Panthers. But I do think the Dolphins are worse than the Panthers. I do think the Dolphins are arguably the worst team in the league. Right now.
We shall see. I do think it was promising to at least see Tua play well in some capacity. I know
Well-
the game ended poorly for him with the interception, but it was good to see that. Okay, at least
Yeah.
Tua isn't complete garbage, and he can at least play, relatively competitive when it comes to, playing Buffalo. So
Nobody is doubting his ability, the offense on Miami. It's their defense, and the defense showed a little bit of life, making
towards the
Bills-
second half, I think
towards
that's
the
when
second
they
half,
really
being able to punt. But if you look at that, if Prater doesn't miss that field goal, the Bills win by almost 3 scores. So it wasn't as close as people think, but the Dolphins did keep it close to where their offense was able to move. But like I said, the offense is not what people are questioning. It's the defense.
It's the defense, yeah.
I do think the Dolphins have the worst defense in the league. And after next week, they play the Jets, I think, next week.
I think you might be right.
So we'll see. But the Dolphins do play. They also play us, which I
They
do
also have
think
the Chargers.
they have the
pretty
Chargers.
soon here.
They have the Bucks.
Well, I know
As
Bucks
well.
are playing Jets this week.
So, but the thing is,
That's all I know.
before we get into our predictions, I have to talk about the Bills. The Bills, after this performance on Thursday, does kind of scare me because they have a very hard schedule in the middle of the season where they play us. They play I believe they play Green Bay. No, they play the
Tampa.
Bucks. They play Tampa. They play us. They play the Bengals.
Because they play us like week 13
They play
or some
the,
shit like that.
No. They play you. They play you around week 10, I think.
Is it? No, I thought it was like towards like middle of the end of near the end of the season.
Because I told Jordan, I was saying the Buffalo Bills have like like from like week 6 to like week 12 is a very tough schedule.
Let me go through their.
So what we have right here. I got it right here. So
Okay,
they have the Falcons. They have us, which I'm going to that game Monday night. I can't wait. That's going to be a hell of a game. They have should be an easy winnable game, but it's not always. That's why you play. They have the Panthers. Then they play the Chiefs. Then they play the Dolphins, which is not always easy. The Dolphins gave them a hard time Thursday night.
And it's in Miami.
Where Buffalo struggles a little bit more. But then again, I told my coworker today, I said, watch, Miami always gives Buffalo a challenge the first game of the season, the first meeting in the season, then the second game, the Bills just fucking blow them out. Then they play the Bucks. Then they play the Texans Sunday night, either Sunday night or Monday night. Then they play the Steelers. Then they got the Bengals. So then they have the Eagles. If you look at that, they have a tough schedule down the stretch. So that's going to be it would be interesting to see.
I guess the $1 million question is Joe back by then, or is it?
Yeah, that'll be the thing is though, the Bengals could still beat Buffalo because the Bengals have had their number, with or without Joe Burrow. The two quarterbacks, it seems like Josh Allen can't beat is Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes come playoff time. So, but the Green Bay Packers are arguably the best team in football, and it's like, and the thing is they're doing it without their offense being amazing. Once the offense starts clicking, I think this team is dangerous, and they're my pick to go to the Super Bowl.
I don't know what you guys see in Green Bay because I don't see shit in Green Bay.
Dude, did you just see
Every
what they
time
did?
I watched their highlights, the 2 games I watched their highlights this season, they were no.
Did you not see what they did to Jaden Daniels?
They
He's
didn't
hurt.
do shit.
Yes, they did. They fucking sacked him like 4 times, dude.
Yeah, the defense was
That's it?
spectacular against them. They
they
played a really
smothered
clean
him,
game.
dude.
Yeah, that
Micah
was.
Parsons has done. He has turned this defense.
And the crazy part is he's played a limited number of snaps too, so he hasn't even been fully on the field for the majority of the snaps. Imagine what he's gonna do when he has full snaps. That's
Exactly, and it's
Like I
just,
said, I don't see shit in Green Bay. I don't know what y'all
well,
see.
you're a Bucks fan. You got bias there, okay?
I mean, we also own Green Bay even when Aaron Rodgers was there.
yeah. To be fair, they did beat the Green Bay Packers in the NFC
Yeah,
Championship game.
with Tom freaking Brady. Let's just not.
No, even without
All right.
Tom Brady, with Jameis Winston, with Mike Glennon, in
So-
Green Bay and Wisconsin.
So let's get into the predictions. I introduced this last week. We have our own little logos. If you guys watched the episode, we have our own little logos. I am planning on doing a Panthers once we ever find a Panther fan to join us. But right now, it's just us 3. So let's get into it, and we're going to kick it off with a bang. With the one of the 3 NFC teams, the Atlanta Falcons go into Carolina after a huge win on Sunday night. No single doubt in my mind, I felt like Atlanta had an ability to go into Minnesota to win it. Now, to win it is a different question, but I had a feeling they could go in and win it, and they did more than that. They made J.J. McCarthy's life a living hell, and I feel like Bryce Young is going to have the same factor.
I said it. I said it from before the game even started that I really liked your Falcons in that game, and I really liked how they played Week 1 defensively against the Bucs. So I wasn't too surprised that they gave JJ hell, but man, they got after him to the point where now he's missing this week because of how badly they got after him.
Yes,
And I can only imagine how bad it's going to be for Bryce Young, who has had horrible pocket awareness.
And
in the
he's
first 2
he's
games.
missing his 2 starting offensive linemen.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
So
of a game.
it's gonna. I do think the Panthers will make this a game towards the end. Like, this is a divisional game that's always gonna be close. But I
don't
feel
know, man.
like the one thing Carolina can't do, and the same thing that Minnesota can't do, is stop the run. And I think Bijan, the last time Bijan and Tyler Algier played Carolina in Carolina, they had a combined 200 yards of rushing. So I do think ultimately I am going to pick the Falcons in this. I just think that Atlanta's the better team right now. I do feel like it's a two-man race in the NFC South. I do think it's going to come down to Week 15 in Tampa Bay. And the thing is, Atlanta's defense is only going to get better, and the rookies are only going to get better. The more they play James Pierce Jr., I feel like the more he's going to become a problem for offensive lines. I mean, he was all over that game on Sunday night. And he's getting, just like Micah Parsons, he is getting limited snaps. He's only coming on the field for like third downs and maybe the second downs, and he's still making a big impact about it. And not to mention Leonard Floyd looked really good. Jalen Walker looks really good. But it's the two guys in the secondary that have it for me, and Billy Bowman Jr. and Xavier Watts. I feel like the Falcons this year have really knocked it out of the park with their draft. They had to, and I feel like they did. And I'm going with Atlanta. I think it's going to be a 31-19.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right, Jordan, who are you picking?
Yeah, I got Atlanta. I think it's I really think it's ugly. I think you're looking at a 28-12 kind of score. I really don't trust Carolina's defense. I don't trust their offense. I think Bryce Young is going to fold under the pressure like he tends to do, especially when his offensive line kind of falls apart. And I just think it's kind of a 3-interception kind of game for him, and I just see Atlanta steamrolling them.
I will point out though that the one good thing Carolina can do now is we don't have AJ Terrell. We won't have him for at least another 2 weeks.
I still don't even think that plays that big of a role in this one, but
yeah,
I can see them getting to getting the ball to Tet.
Is that y'all's DB?
Yes.
Yes, that's AJ Terrell is arguably a top 10 corner when it comes down to shutting down the best receivers. He did it. He does it to Mike Evans. He did it to Justin Jefferson Sunday night.
Didn't he come from Jags?
No, that's CJ Anderson. And he's on.
There was a DB named AJ on the Jags that went to a different team. I just can't remember his last name now.
No, that wasn't Atlanta because we drafted him from Clemson. AJ Terrell was our first round pick. That was TD's last first round pick before he got fired. Which I mean, it was a pretty damn good pick though. So I mean,
it was the DB that played with Jalen Ramsey on the 2017 Jags.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
AJ Boye.
AJ Boye.
Yeah, there you go, AJ Boye. Yeah. That one.
So yes, and then Cody, who are you picking?
Out of the Falcons-Panthers game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
The Falcons.
Now,
I won't sleep on the Panthers ever, especially even as a Bucs fan. I will never sleep on the Panthers.
I mean, the last time these two teams played, they both went up for 30 points. They both went for almost 90 points, or 60 points. But the difference is, I think
that's what I'm saying. Like the Panthers, Saints, just anytime the NFC South is versus each other, I never fucking sleep on them.
But the difference though is, I feel like Atlanta's defense is 100 times better than it was last year. And Jeff Ulbrich.
Who are y'all? Or where are y'all playing?
We're playing in Carolina, which we have a tendency to own Carolina in Carolina.
Okay, then yeah, I definitely have to lock in the Falcons.
So it just the big, like I said, the biggest difference between these two teams from the last game of the season is Jeff Ulbrich. The Atlanta Falcons lead the league in pressures on quarterbacks at I think 55%, which is a huge difference than last year, which is why Atlanta has 7 sacks within the first 2 weeks. I think Atlanta's going to add at least 4 or 5 more after this game. And I think Atlanta has potential to add even 3 or 4 more against the Commanders, especially if Jaden Daniels is not playing next week, which it could be very likely because he had a serious knee injury against the Packers, which we'll get into that when we do the Commanders-Raiders game. So we all are in agreement on this game. So let's get into the next game. We have the Saints, Steelers, and Patriots. We have Aaron Rodgers versus the god that is Drake May.
Man,
I'm gonna let Jordan pick first this time.
I can't even remember who I picked in that game. I want to go back to the picks here.
Let's
'Cause I,
let's go ahead and look. You
I picked the Steelers. Okay.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is an upset game. This is a potential upset.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I think it's a coin toss. I don't think it's an easy cut dry game.
the Steelers
I think
defense is
there's
ass.
yeah. The disappointment about the Steelers game against Seattle was they really had a chance to take the momentum of that game when Aaron Rodgers was down in the red zone and
Yeah.
that interception happened, and that was really the game changer of the game. Because then after that, Seattle just took over. So
I just feel
um,
like if the Steelers need their defense to make plays, and their defense has not been able to make plays these last 2 weeks. Yes, Jalen Ramsey made a stop on the fourth down, but they still gave up 31 points to the New York Jets, who then would receive the following week an ass beating in greater proportions. So I don't trust the Steelers defense right now. I'm going with the Patriots. I said at the beginning of the season, and I told you guys both, Mike Vrabel he's gonna have this Patriots team win games that they're not supposed to, and this is one of those games I think they're gonna win. I feel like the Patriots are gonna be able to expose that defense right now. And now let's not pretend. Let's not pretend the Patriots don't have a good defense. They do. They have a very good defense, and I do think Christian Gonzalez is coming back this week, which is huge for that secondary. So I just got to pick the Patriots in this. I got to go with my gut. I had a hell of a week last week. I think what did I go? I think
did you go like 8-9 or something like that?
no, the first week I went 7-9. Last week I went like really well. I forgot what I went. Let me see. I was 7-9, and now I'm 17 and I'm 18 and 14. So trying to do the math in my head. That would put me at 11 and 2. I went 11 and 2 last week. No, 11 and 4. 11 and 4 last week. So I gotta go with my gut here. I think the Patriots are home, and Patriots always own the Steelers in the rivalry, anyways. Even with Mac Jones, they still beat him. So I gotta go Patriots. All right, Cody, you're the tiebreaker. Who are you picking?
Well, with after like 4 or 5 games in week 1 that me and you both could have easily won because we didn't go with our guts originally. I'm going to start going with my gut from now on these predictions, seems like. I have to go with the Steelers on this one. I think the Steelers are going to definitely come out with a W on this. Now, like you guys said, it may not be a dominating game because especially with the way Steelers played last week. Seattle, right?
Yes, Seattle.
Yes.
I definitely think it's going to be a close game because I don't think the Patriots are all that right now.
No, they are. They're almost there though. I do think.
I see
another year.
I could see the Steelers winning by 6.
I could see
a
that.
missed extra point or something.
Like
hiring
Mike Vrabel was the right decision by Robert Kraft.
You think so?
The Titans did him so dirty. Like Mike Vrabel was not the reason why the Titans were so bad. And he will have this Patriots team rolling. And I do think Drake May is their franchise quarterback. Drake May had a really good second half against the Dolphins, but he had a really good second half. He had a really good drive that I think was the game-winning drive that he took it down the field, and I think they scored a touchdown to go up. I think 31 because it was close. You might remember that Patriots Dolphins game was close last week until it wasn't. So I do think because I just feel like my gut's telling me that the Steelers right now they don't know what their identity is, and ultimately I do think the Steelers will end up with a winning record because that's what Mike Tomlin does. He doesn't have losing records.
He's never had a losing record.
So So I gotta go Steelers. So
The
Patriots. So here we go. Let's get into our next pick. So this one we're divided on. So let's get into the next one. I think it is Colts Titans. So here we go. Colts Titans. I ate a lot of shit for this last week. I said I did not believe in Daniel Jones. I didn't think he was gonna be exposed. And you know what? I'll take that L this week. I'll take that. Oh wait, no, hold on. We skipped over. Hold on. It's actually the Jaguars and Texans. We'll get into the Colts and Titans in a minute. So we got the Texans and Jaguars. It's in Jacksonville. I did say it our prediction in our episode 1 where we did a whole prediction for the season, and I do think the Houston Texans can't win in Jacksonville, but I also don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I don't think C.J. Stroud needs to play amazing in this game because the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is not all that. Houston's defense had a tremendous game against LA and Tampa Bay. They had two tougher opponents, and the Jaguars. Who the Jags play week 1?
Let me think. The Panthers.
They played the Panthers, and then they lost to the Bengals. Joe Burrow-less Bengals. I don't think
he was in for most of the game, but then Browning got hurt.
It was the third quarter. It was like third quarter when he got injured.
Was it actually first quarter? Did it? He got hurt. If I remember
I think it was later.
No, I thought
it was later. Okay,
I thought it was halftime.
I was just double checking.
Yeah, it was after halftime.
So they made an announcement at halftime that he had his toe. He wasn't returning. So I don't trust the Jags, even though they're home and they tend to play better. They tend to own the Texans in Jacksonville. It's like the one place Houston can't win. I do think Houston will get, by the end of the season, Houston will find themselves at the end, AFC South division winners. I think they're the best team out of the division all around. I think the best coaching, I think they have the best quarterback. He just needs to get he needs protection. He needs time, and it just feels like he's running for his life. These last 2 weeks, C.J. Stroud was running for his life because he's playing against a very good pass rush. The Rams have arguably the best pass rush in the league. Jared Verse is arguably, and the fact that he's learning under Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has been mentoring him on the offseason. He's their next best edge rusher in LA. So
absolutely.
I can't take that away from Houston, saying that Houston's a really bad team. They're not. Houston, in my opinion, are still a very good team. I think they're very good coached, and I still think they're a dark horse to have a long playoff run, especially if KC does not get their shit together. I can see Houston beating the Chargers. I can see Houston beating Buffalo. They also play Buffalo. They have a matchup against Buffalo, and every time Houston plays Buffalo, C.J. Stroud has owned Josh Allen. So I got to go with my gut here, and I'm going with the Texans. I got to go with the Texans. I think Texans get a win here. I don't think the Jags are a good team. I just think week 1 was because they played the Panthers. Week 2, they got exposed by the Bengals. And week 3, they're going to lose to the Texans. Jordan, we'll let Cody pick first. We'll let Cody pick before you.
That's fine.
Cody, who are you picking? Cody.
I guess he just disappeared.
No.
Oh.
My connection, I'm not hooked up to the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. Cody, who are you picking?
Okay. This is the Texans and Jags game,
Mhm.
or
Yes,
Colts
Texans,
and...
Jags. Texans, Jags.
I got Texans.
Texans, okay.
I have Texans. Especially after they played against the Bucks, they never had.
You are severely cutting out, man.
After the way they played against the Bucks, they never had a no moment. Like they were right off their running back.
Yep.
So
How about this? Is this better?
Yeah, if you look
Hello?
at it, we can hear you.
Okay.
If you look at it too, the Texans, in my opinion, in their first 2 weeks had better games than the Jags had, even against the Panthers. Because the Jags struggled. They did struggle a little bit against the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
Till later in the game, where they blew it open.
No, like I was saying before my connection cut off. Well, the Texans, if
You're still cutting out, man.
You're still cutting out, dude. Here, Cody, just message me what you want to say.
Went down, like kneeled or something, or went at the 5-yard line? Huh?
What the hell?
Hello?
There's preseason already? I thought that was tomorrow.
Oh my god, bro. Just the
And it-
Texans. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, the Texans. NHL preseason. It starts tonight. I didn't even realize that. So yeah,
There
Jordan
you go.
and Jordan said earlier he's picking the Jags.
Yep.
Uh,
I just, no. Look, it's nothing against CJ Stroud. I'm sure he's going to get his shit together and get rolling at some point eventually. I just don't have a lot of faith in him right now, in particular.
yeah,
And this is a divisional game. It's going to be in Jacksonville. A lot of pressure on him to get this win. And I think in particular, Trevor Lawrence, although is not perfect, he still, makes those plays where you're like, what are you doing with Trevor Lawrence? I think he's been relatively solid in both games. And they should have likely beaten the Bengals had they just taken the field goal at the end of the game instead of going for it.
yeah.
I
Because
think
they
that
would
was
have
the
been
only
up
bad
6.
decision of the
They would have
game.
been up 6, so at least
Yeah.
it would have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
tied, or they would have won.
Right.
So,
But otherwise, I
Y'all see my message?
no, what'd you
what's that?
send?
I was just letting you guys know I'll be RB. I gotta make a phone call real quick, and I gotta.
Okay.
I'm picking the Colts over Titans next one.
Okay.
So
All right. So yeah.
I'll be right back.
I don't like.
All right.
The one thing I will say before we move on is if the Texans lose this game, I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs. I still think at 0-3, they're one of the better teams to make the playoffs. They have an easier schedule down the line. I do think that they will get their shit together. They play in the AFC South. I don't think the Colts are all that. I think the Colts are just the Saints of this year. Remember last year the Saints started hot the first 2 games, and then it was the Philadelphia game where they got exposed.
Well,
And
even in that game, technically, we didn't. I know we lost, and I know it was a situation where where Carr didn't play the greatest, but it was
Yeah.
actually a close game. It wasn't until we started getting a little deeper, and then the wheels just fell off due to injury.
and then you played us, and we beat you
Yeah,
without even scoring a touchdown. All right, so let's get into the next game. So now I can say this: I ate shit for this game. Last week I said on my predictions that I had the Daniel Jones getting his ass beat and exposed. I had him getting exposed. Here, I'm gonna put my camera on OBS so they can see me. Yeah. So I ate shit for this. Let me just say that I ate shit for this. I won't lie. I did say week 2 in week 2's predictions that I did not expect Daniel Jones. I think he would have been exposed. But you know what? I'm not ready to get back. I'm not ready to get back on the train. I'm not ready to get on the Daniel Jones, the Indiana Jones train. I'm going Titans. I think this is an upset game. I think this is where Cam Ward will show some flashes, and he'll get the Titans their first win of the season. I think the Colts are trash. I don't think they're a good team. And I'm going Colts. Oh, I'm going Titans. Cody is going Colts. Cody has picked the Colts for this one, and then Jordan.
I am rolling with the Colts. I think Cam Ward is going to have a solid game. I think he'll play well enough to where this game should be
Fuck Cam Ward.
close. I think the problem is, I think the problem is, I don't trust his receivers right now. That's been the disappointing part for me through the first 2 weeks watching the Titans. Is his receivers are awful, and they've been dropping passes that have hit him right in the hands. I think the defense has even played well for Tennessee overall, but I just don't trust their receivers, and it's putting a lot of pressure on Cam Ward, and unfortunately, the offensive line's falling apart in a lot of those times where he's having to make these ridiculous throws like he did on the touchdown play, and it just feels like he's having to do a lot, and I think he's going against a pretty solid Colts defense. I know they weren't perfect against Bo Nix, but they made key stops when they needed them, and I think that's going to be the difference in this one. And Daniel Jones will just do enough to get by in this one.
You talked me out of it. I'm picking the Colts. I'm picking the Colts. You talked me out of this. I'm picking the Colts. You know what? I'm going to get on that Indiana Jones bandwagon. So, yes. All right. So, we're all picking the Colts.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start going Colts until they prove me wrong.
All right, now this is the game I wanted to talk about because he will not be in the game. This is going to be a huge.
Bucks versus Jets.
No.
No Justin Fields.
No, not that.
Oh.
We're doing. Let me turn the camera off. We're doing Commanders Raiders. Jaden Daniels will not be playing in this game. It'll be Marcus Mariota. Speaking of former Titans.
Yep.
Fuck Marcus Mariota too.
No.
Why are you just naming college quarterbacks that fucking hurt Florida State?
I'm sorry. I'm going Raiders here. I don't. The Commanders. The Commanders without Jaden Daniels is not a good football team. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. They're not a good football team. They have not looked good this year. These first two games, they played the Giants, and they still didn't look good. They got their asses beat by the Packers. It was embarrassing. And the Raiders are not a bad team. If Gino can if he can settle down with the turnovers, he had a really bad turnover to start the game. It was such a terrible deflection. Like, it was so weird. It was so unfortunate because he threw it and it went off the defender, and another defender catched it right after it went off of him. It was just a weird way of an interception, but it still goes against him. But I just feel like they will bounce back in this game. Without Jaden Daniels is a huge factor because without Jaden Daniels last year, they don't win games.
They don't even go to the playoffs.
Exactly.
At all.
So I gotta
Not one bit.
I gotta go Raiders here. I gotta go Raiders. Raider Nation, I'm picking you guys. All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with you with the Raiders. I just think the one thing that I was very concerning, and I know they were playing the Packers defense, was I just did not see the explosive plays from the Commanders. And I think that's the biggest element that's been missing so far in their offense in both games. Even against the Giants, I didn't see a lot of explosive plays.
They did have an explosive play with Debo.
Yeah. The one play with Debo, yeah. But I just think that's the problem is they're not getting enough explosive plays. Their defense, I think, is doing enough so far. Obviously, Green Bay didn't murder them offensively, but I still think.
To be fair, though, I mean, Jordan Love did miss a couple passes that would have touched
yes. Oh, absolutely. I called them out immediately when when they happened. But, but I just think in this game in particular, Marcus Mariota, every time we see him go out there, he's still a game manager. He's not going to go and win you games, But I think last year when he had to step in, it wasn't as much pressure. He was playing, some pretty bad teams. I think this Raiders defense is going to give him some problems. I think Max Crosby is going to get after him a few times.
You think Jetsy's going to have a breakout game?
Yeah, I think so. I think this might be that game for Jency to go off. And I think they should be running it against them, especially because, you're trying to win that time of possession battle and you're trying to keep the ball, away from the Commanders' offense. So,
Okay.
So I like the Raiders in this.
All right, Cody. My coworker Thomas will love that. He's a Raiders fan. Cody, who are you picking?
You already know who I'm picking in this one. I told you during the preseason that the Raiders were my sleeper pick this year. I think they will make the playoffs. I don't think they will win division, but I still think they'll make the playoffs and everything, especially after the last few years. So I definitely gotta go Raiders on this one.
When we get into it, I'll tell you who I think is gonna win that division. All right, so we're all going Raiders. I do. If Jaden Daniels was playing this game, I'm going Commanders. If Jaden Daniels was playing, I'm going Commanders. But because
if Jaden was playing, I still gone Raiders.
Even though Jaden Daniels has not looked good this year, I mean, it's just a sophomore slump. A lot of teams now they have film on him, so now they know how to attack him. Which is, but I still think they're gonna beat us next week. Even though I think Atlanta has a shot, even without Jaden Daniels, it's Marcus Mariota. He's gonna play his former team. He's gonna beat us. All right, let's get into the next game, which I think
my game.
No, Rams Eagles.
Where's my game? It's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, we got two more.
Okay.
Packers Browns and you guys. So we got Rams Eagles rematch of the NFC divisional game.
Man, there's a lot of 1 o'clock games this week.
Last year. Well, there's only one Monday night game this week.
Oh, there's only one. Okay.
Gotcha. It's a good one too. It's a good one. So let's get into it. Cody, who are you picking? It's a rematch of the NFC divisional game last year. Eagles offense does not look good so far, but I do
Who the
think
Eagles playing?
they're playing the Rams. This is a game they could lose.
Oh, I got Rams.
You got
I
Rams?
have Rams all the way.
Cody's got Rams.
Matthew
Okay.
Stafford. As long as Matthew Stafford's healthy, I got Rams.
Jordan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think right now, Philly's passing game is almost non-existent. It's been very disappointing to watch Jalen Hurts kind of just be so content with the tush pushes and
Even Saquon's not been playing well.
No, he has not been playing that well. And I just think when you don't have your passing game going through the first 2 weeks, does Jalen Hurts even have a passing touchdown? I don't think he has a passing touchdown through 2 weeks.
I think he had one against the Cowboys.
He had one week 1, I believe.
Let me double check. I don't think so.
He had one against the Cowboys, I think.
Jalen Hurts.
He had one. Nope, he didn't have one against the Cowboys.
No, he has not
then he
had
didn't
a
have
passing
any.
touchdown through 2 weeks, and he's had under 200 passing yards in the first 2 games. And honestly, I know the Eagles defense played better in the second week. I will give them credit where it's due.
He's averaging 126 yards a game passing.
Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. And now you're going against a Rams defense that's going to limit you even more in this game. And they're going to stack the box.
Yep.
They're going to force Jalen Hurts to throw that football. And I just don't think he's going to be able to do it this week. And I think Stafford's going to be able to take what the defense gives him, and it's going to be a close, kind of ugly, grinded out game. And I think the Rams win it.
I do think I agree with you guys. I'm going Rams here. I think they get revenge. I think the Rams are arguably one of the better teams in the NFC. I think it's going to come down between them and the Packers. When it comes to the teams I think are come out of the NFC for the Super Bowl, I do think the Bucs are also up there. When the Bucs get healthy, they're a dangerous team. But I still think the Rams and the Packers have a little bit, especially the Rams, have a little bit more of an edge over them. I trust Matthew Stafford more than I do Baker. Baker's a great quarterback. He's awesome. I still want to see a little bit more come playoff time because he's like hot and cold when it comes to playoffs.
Absolutely.
One game he'll be amazing, like that game against the Eagles 2 years ago. He was awesome. He was awesome against the Eagles. And then he had a great game against Detroit. And then last year against the Commanders, he was not good. He did not play well against the Commanders. He had a terrible fumble. That cost the Bucs in that game. So it's just I want to see a little bit more from Baker, but I do think the Bucs can come out of the NFC as a contender. I do think the Bucs have the ability. They're the best team in the NFC South, 100%. Atlanta's not there yet. We're a year away. We just got it. My goal for Atlanta is just to get a over 500 record this year. If we make the playoffs, we make the playoffs. I just feel like we'll put the pieces together to get where Tampa is, but we just got to take those steps. So, anyways, we're on agreement that I have the Rams winning. We have the Rams winning this game. So let's get into the second to last 1:00 game, and this could be. Speaking of the Packers, this could be a trap game. Could be a trap game.
Certainly,
But
absolutely.
fuck no. Packers are winning this game. No.
Yeah, I think they win it. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout, like people think it'll be.
Cleveland's defense will keep it close.
Even though they did kind of get beat around by the Ravens, but
I mean, if you look at it, majority of the scores by the Ravens was a punt return, was an interception. It was
you're right.
Punt,
It wasn't a perfect performance from the Ravens offense, that's for sure.
Yeah, so majority of the scoring for the Ravens offense came from short field. So I gotta give the Cleveland Browns, because what's his face brought it up on First Take yesterday. coach from First Take. Is it First Take or First Things First? First Things First. So he said the Browns. He's picking the Browns to beat the Packers, and you know what? I can see it. It's in Cleveland. The Green Bay Packers are coming off a huge win over the Commanders. I just don't think they will. I think the Packers are like you said. The last few times the Packers traded for an elite defender, they won the Super Bowl. I mean, Reggie White and was it Charles Woodson?
Yep.
So I mean, it feels like, and like the last two times their starting quarterback turned 27, they won the Super Bowl. So I mean, the Packers. It's too early to say, but the Packers right now, I think if the playoffs started today, I think Green Bay would be the heavy favorites to win it all. I think Buffalo and Green Bay would be the Super Bowl, which is my prediction this year. I do think Buffalo, if they get home field, and with it being the last year in Highmark Stadium, I kind of made this prediction when the Georgia Dome was in its last year. I said Atlanta was going to go to the Super Bowl that year, and they did. I do feel like the Bills, this is the year the Bills can do it, because right now...
We always say it, man. We always say it, man.
We always say it, but this is the first time, and I can confidently feel like it is, because the Chiefs don't look like the Chiefs, and the Ravens, Lamar Jackson can't win in Buffalo come playoff time. He can't. He's now lost 2 games in Buffalo. I don't think they're gonna beat Buffalo if they play each other again in Buffalo. And if Buffalo gets the first seed and they go to the AFC Championship game and host it, that would be amazing for them. And then they win it to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think they're gonna win it. I don't think the Bills will win the Super Bowl this year. I just feel like if they can host the AFC Championship, they have a good chance of going to the Super Bowl. But anyways, Jordan, who are you picking in this?
Which game are we on here?
Packers. Browns.
Oh yeah, Packers. Yeah, I like the Packers in this, especially with the 10 days rest. I obviously, in terms of point spread, that could be a little murky. I would be careful about betting on that game, but certainly do think the Packers get it done, even if it's maybe by 1 score. So
this is Green Bay's first game on the road this season too, so I want to see what they look like. Not
yeah,
at home.
Yeah.
Cody.
I gotta go Packers. I think they're gonna win by 14 or if not 17 points.
Do we see Shadir in this game?
Huh?
Do you think we see Shadir?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it's a bit too early.
What week are we in?
Also,
No,
how
we're
far
week
down
3.
is he on the depth chart?
He is quarterback 2.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Because Kenny Pickett got traded to the Raiders.
So he went from 4 to 2?
Yeah, because they don't trust Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
Cleveland does not trust Dylan Gabriel. He didn't have a really good preseason, anyways. It's either one of them. One of them is 2. It's either one's 3rd. Yeah, because Kenny Pickett's no longer on the team.
I could probably check the depth.
I'm checking it right now.
The depth is. I'm looking at it right now too.
Are you?
Yeah, depth chart right here.
We're all checking it out.
No, he's
Dylan
3rd.
Gabriel, second
Watson
string quarterback right now.
with being out. He is 3rd.
He's 3rd. Okay. So Dylan Gabriel might get. I still think Shadir will get starts over Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's not a good quarterback. All right, so we all picked the Cleveland and the Packers, we all picked the Packers. So now let's get into it, Cody. Finally, all right. The next NFC South game, we have the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the New Jersey Giants. No, New Jersey Jets. New Jersey. We're not calling them New York. They're not New York. They're New Jersey.
No, they're definitely New Jersey.
Till they get a win.
I never understand why people call them New York.
Well, because they used to play in New York. They started in New York.
Did they? I always thought they started. No.
No, they started in New York.
They started in New Jersey.
No, they played. Fuck. Where did they play? Old Yards. The New York Jets and Giants used to play. The New York Jets, because there was talks.
Is Jordan all right?
He's probably dealing with the baby.
Okay.
So the original stadium was the Polo Grounds in New York. So
okay.
That's why they were called the New York Jets. All right.
Yeah, I got Bucks.
Well, obviously, God damn, fucking Aaron Judge crushed that. God damn.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, Yankees. Aaron Judge crushed the ball. All right.
No one cares about Yankees. No one cares about Aaron Judge.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Your Rays are trash.
Sorry,
Even though-
my phone just randomly took a shit. So
all right. So we're obviously Cody's going Bucks. I mean, what a shocker. What a shocker. I gotta agree here. The Jets are trash. No, if the Jets had Justin Fields, I think they would have had a better matchup. I do
No,
think
see, no, not even that. I think if they had Jordan Travis, I think they could have done something.
Oh, you know what?
coming from the Florida State guy.
We also got to
Yeah.
say this. This is the debut of the season, the first game of the Creamsicles. The Bucks do tend to lose a lot in those Creamsicles. So, but I still think the Jets don't have a quarterback, so this should be a winnable game for the Bucks.
Wait, has Baker even played in the Creamsicles yet?
Yeah, he did. He
No.
played against us. He played against us, and you guys lost. Remember that game where you guys the
Last year?
two touchdowns by Kyle Pitts? Yeah, you guys lost in that game. So you guys tend to not win. Like I think your last win with the Creamsicles was Josh Freeman.
Oh my God. That's like 2013, 2014.
I think that ends tomorrow. I do think it ends tomorrow. You're playing a Jets team without a quarterback, so I don't think it's gonna matter. But Jordan, just say it. Just say Bucks.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think there's any way that the Jets pull this off
Unless their defense
Baker
plays
just
really well.
has one of the most sorry games he could possibly have, which I don't see happening.
I do think
So-
Sauce Gardner will lock down Mike Evans, but I do think
So
I
it
think-
wasn't even Josh Freeman days.
who was it?
It was 09.
Oh my God!
Holy moly!
I don't even know who our quarterback was in 09.
That'll end this game. I do think you guys will win.
No, it was Josh Freeman. It was literally the year we drafted him.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So,
I thought he started in like early,
No,
early 2010s, not late.
no, he played 2009 because I do think it was him and Matt Ryan. I remember in a game where the Falcons demolished you guys. He was the quarterback. I think that was the year you guys drafted Jameis.
No, we drafted Jameis in 2015.
Yeah, I think it was the year that was the same season that we demolished you guys. You guys drafted
Oh.
the draft after that. So yes, I do think the only way the Jets win this game is if Sauce Gardner can create turnovers and Garrett Wilson and the running back, is it Brees Hall? Is it still Brees
Mhm.
Hall? They take over this game. But the Bucks, like I said, the Bucks have arguably the best or the second best rushing defense.
Oh,
And-
I do want to add something for you guys. You know that Gator player that Tampa picked up in the after the
Yeah.
draft was over,
The one that
Desmond
cut.
Watson. We've been training with him for the last 3 or 4 days since Kalijah Kancey got hurt.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, before we move on, the Youngway Koo train is officially derailed and is no longer
I saw that.
Watch him sign with us and hit a game-winning field goal against you guys. That'd be funny.
I don't think anyone's gonna sign him. I feel like he's done.
I don't know. Our our kicking situation is so bad right now.
It is so bad, but like there's you can say 4 other teams too. I mean the Broncos, Will Lutz missed
Tampa.
Tampa Bay.
Technically not because we've only missed 2 kicks, but in each week so far.
I
technically.
just feel like Youngway Koo is done
But
because of his injury.
I think
His
we're going
injury
back to our
is-
old habits of missing kicks again.
his injury is so significant that I just feel like he can't kick anymore, and that's why he's just. And John Parker Romo had a hell of a game Sunday night, and he made a 54-yarder, which usually is not it's usually a gimme now in today's football, but back then it wasn't. Unless you're Aubrey, who can just kick he could probably kick 100 yards and still make a field goal. He's got I don't know how he does it, man. I don't know how he does it. But anyways, let's move on to the next. This is where I want to talk about the 2 potential favorites to win the AFC West. the Broncos and the Chargers right now are. This could decide. These two teams could decide who wins the division if KC does not get their shit together. KC is already behind on the division. They are 0-1. When we get into the Sunday night game, we'll talk about them. But right now, the Broncos should be 2-0. Both these teams should be 2-0. That was I
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
fucking leverage penalty.
Yeah, it was a weak penalty, and honestly, I was disappointed with how the Colts offense ended that game because they
had
didn't
time.
try to get into field goal range at all.
They had time. They had time to get into field goal range, and they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but the Broncos are sitting at 1-1. I think I'm still not high on the Chargers right now, but the Chargers have looked good the first 2 weeks. The defense,
I think, yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are going to continue to be in this position. I just think right now, you know, obviously you don't have Rashee Rice. Obviously you don't have Xavier Worthy. So you're missing two key components on that offense.
The Chiefs,
and it's just fully.
the Chiefs can find themselves 1-4. I can see it 1-4, and then that's when they start winning games. I still don't. I would not count them out at 1-4. I think they will end up finding a way to make the playoffs. I just feel like this is the year they don't win the division. I just feel like the Chargers and the Chargers are they're the team to beat in the division right now. They proved that week 1 when they had a hell of a performance. The only thing that scares me with the Chargers is now they don't have Khalil Mack. They don't have Khalil Mack, and I don't know how long they won't have him for. So this is why I'm going the Broncos this game. I think the Broncos defense will do their job. They will shut down the Chargers, and without Khalil Mack, I feel like the Broncos run game should get going. I think this is also a J.K. Dobbins revenge game. My question though is, where the fuck is Najee Harris?
I guess they just said, "Hey, sit on the bench, bud. Sit on the bench."
What was it? 4 or 5 years ago when he was drafted, he was being touted as the next Derrick Henry.
Was he?
Terrible comp.
Well,
comp.
to be fair, I think if he would have went to anywhere but Pittsburgh, I think he would have had a better career. The fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to draft him before draft offensive line is what really hurt his career. I said it when they picked him at, was it 22 in the draft? I said this is fucking stupid. So. It's fucking stupid. Why are you drafting a running back when you don't have an offensive line? He's not going to be able to do anything, and that's exactly what happened. So I got to go Broncos here. I think Broncos find a way to win. I do think the Chargers are still the best team in the division until KC shows me otherwise. I'm going Broncos here. I will not be shocked though if the Chargers do win, because the Chargers are still the best team in the division, and like I said, until proven otherwise. But we're gonna have a Charger. We're gonna have a Charger moment that costs them the game, and I think this is it. Cody,
We doing Chargers Broncos, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah. I think Bo Nix and the Broncos are gonna bounce back, especially after last week.
Yeah. And like I said, the Chargers are gonna have a Charger moment. They have it every year.
They look good for the first few weeks, and then they have a shitty week, then start looking good again, and then shitty the rest of the season.
Jordan, who are you picking?
I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. I've been kind of disappointed by the play of Bo Nix. I know he looked a little better in week 2 against the Colts, and I'll give him credit where
Who's
it's
his
due.
receivers? I know they got a good receiver this year. They drafted a good one.
Did they?
In the second round, they got a good receiver in the second round.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name.
I know. I want the Houston Texans.
Is it Pat Bryant? Is it Pat Bryant?
Hold on. Let me see their draft. Draft picks in 2025. So they went. Yeah, Pat Bryant. They went R.J. Harvey in the second. Pat Bryant in the third.
Yep. So I mean, they have the talent around Bo Nix, but I thought he was really disappointing in week 1 against the Titans. And honestly, in the second week, I was expecting him to kind of bounce back in the way we were hoping he would against the Colts. And, I thought for the most part, he played relatively solid, but he just didn't do enough to ultimately win that game. And now you're going against the Chargers, who obviously are trying to stay atop the division. They understand that this is, an important game early on in
Yeah.
the season.
If the
Justin Herbert's going to come to play.
if the Chargers
and-
win this game, I think they're going to win the division. I really do. I think this could be a. They would be 2-0 in the division. They would be 2-0 in the
Yeah.
division. Oh no, 3-0.
Yeah.
They'd be 3-0. They'd be 3-0 because they beat the Raiders last week.
Yep.
and they beat
Raiders,
the Chiefs.
and of course
So
Broncos.
I
have,
think the Chargers, if they win this game, I think like you said, I'm predicting the Broncos because I think their defense without Khalil Mack, I think the Broncos defense is better, and I think they can stop Justin Herbert. But I gotta say this right now, it's about damn time he fucking showed up. It's about damn time Quentin Johnston finally looks like a number 1 wide receiver.
Someone did the Calvin Johnson meme where they said Quentin Johnston when he realizes he has hands and showed a picture of Calvin Johnson.
So yeah, I do think this game could very well decide who is the front runner for the division until the Chiefs prove otherwise.
I just think Bo Nix
season.
is kind of having a little bit of his sophomore slump. Not as bad, as certain quarterbacks, but I certainly don't think he's been exceptional in the first 2 weeks. So and this is the first divisional game for him. Obviously, the Chargers have already had 2 divisional games, so they're prepared for this.
They've looked amazing in both those games.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Justin Herbert in that game in Brazil, he took it over. So, but yeah, you're going Chargers, we're going Broncos.
Yep.
Let's get into the final NFC South matchup. Cody,
Who the Saints play?
they're playing the Seahawks in Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. They've been doing really well.
Seattle played really well in both games. I do think their defense played well in both games.
Their offense was very disappointing in week 1.
Yeah.
But they weren't as disappointing in week 2. Sam Darnold definitely looked better in week 2.
So, and I do think your secondary is trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Wait, his secondary, that's because they don't have, what's his name anymore, right?
No, even before that. Like last year, like around that time, because he wasn't
I don't
healthy.
even remember the dude's name anymore.
Marshawn
Lattimore?
He's
Yeah,
trash
there you
now.
go, that one.
He's trash now, dude. He got burnt. He got burnt Thursday night.
Yeah, he's burnt.
I didn't watch the Thursday night game, so.
Oh, Jordan, before we move on, I want to let you know the Astros are losing 3-0.
Good for them, I guess.
Well, I know you
Fuck
hate the Astros. So much.
Astros.
Exactly. Anyways, so yes, this is I'm sorry to say it. I gotta say it. I think the Seahawks. I do think the Saints. They're gonna play competitive games. I just don't think they're gonna win games. I do think your team is one of arguably the worst teams in the league, and I don't trust Spencer Rattler, even though he had a really good game last week. I don't trust him. I don't think he's a starting quarterback. I don't think he is. I think your starting quarterback is not yet on the roster. I think your franchise quarterback will be in the next 2 drafts. I don't even trust Tyler Shaw. I do think either I would Cade Klubnik or the kid out of Ohio State.
No, I don't even know if we should go down that route with Clemson right now.
How bad are they? How bad are they right now?
They just lost to Syracuse. So today.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Yeah.
They were favorites to win it this year too. They were favorites to win it this year too.
Yeah, it's gone. It's looking really bad for Clemson.
They're 1-3. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, Cade Klubnik had a really good game though. I mean, he had 300 yards, 3 TDs, so I can't really blame him for that game. He doesn't really have any receivers either. The Clemson doesn't really have receivers. I still think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks to come out of the draft. I think this year's draft is really deep, with or without Arch Manning. The next 2 drafts are going to be deep as hell. I mean, you can even look at the next 3 because you have Georgia's quarterback, Jared Curtis. No, he's not related to Jordan. As much as Jordan wants him to be related to him, he's not. Which is funny.
Or Arch Manning could be drafted in this year's draft, next year's draft, or the draft after, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think he. I think he'll be next year's. I don't think he'll be the fall. I don't think he'll be the
Yeah, that's
current.
why I keep telling people. I think he's not going to be this year's draft. He's going to play one more season at
Yeah.
least, just
And
to
then
get enough rep count.
I think it depends on who the number one overall pick is, or who has the number one overall pick.
I do think if the Saints have it, he will declare.
I think, honestly, I think Arch Manning is one of those. He's not like his uncle Eli, where he bitched about going to a team. I think he's gonna be like more like Peyton and just go to whoever drafts him.
His grandpa needs to shut his mouth though.
Yeah, like I think Arch Manning's honestly just gonna go to any team that drafts him just because he wants to play football, like his family. Like
Archie Manning needs to shut his mouth though. I mean, he's already came out
for
with
real. Like I get
false
you're the
comments.
grandfather and all. I get you're the star of the family, but let your grandson speak for himself.
Yeah, like I
He's a
said,
grown ass man.
But like I said though, Jordan, I do think, like I said, there's Jared Curtis, there's Justin Sand, there's the Julian Lewis, there's another quarterback in there. There's also the kid Drew Aller out of Penn State as well. I do think your franchise quarterback will be in the next two drafts. I do think you will be able to challenge Michael Penix and Baker Mayfield. With
Do not sleep on Tommy Castanelis.
Shut the fuck up, Florida State.
No, I mean for real though. Do not
Shut the
sleep
fuck
on
up,
Tommy
Florida State.
Castanelis.
Shut the fuck up, Florida State.
I even like the quarterback from Oregon, and there's a couple sleepers. I love. I think it's the quarterback from Arkansas. There's certain guys that could sneak
Wait,
up
who's
in this
Oregon's
class.
quarterback right now?
I
The only
agree.
person I knew was Dylan Gabriel.
I agree. I agree, Jordan. But I do think you guys are going to be picking in the top 10, where you're going to get a grab at one of the top 10 quarterbacks, like the ones that are on the board, like Josh Nussmeier. Is it Nussmeier?
Garrett Nussmeier. Yep.
That's the Tennessee one, right?
No, he's LSU.
LSU. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah,
And,
that's LSU.
you'll have, if Arch Manning's in the draft, you'll have a shot at him. I do think you guys will have a shot at being probably arguably one of the worst teams in the league. I do think you guys are just not a good team. I think you're going to keep things close, but I just don't think you'll have that ability to win games. And it looked like it looked pretty bad. I think, what was it, last week against San Francisco, that Chris Olave got rocked, but he still played. He played the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's fine. He's good to go this week.
It looked pretty bad though. I'm like, oh, if he has another concussion, that might be it. Because he's already had like what, 5. So like, I do think you're also going to you're also looking at a new wide receiver too. I feel like you need another new wide receiver. I do think Chris Olave is another serious concussion away from being done. I just feels like the Saints need to just do they have a lot of work to do in these next two drafts. And I think it needs to start with firing your GM. I do. I think Loomis has got to go. I think Loomis has got to go. He's got to go, man. He's got.
At this point, just get a whole
if
new
he's
owner.
not embracing the
ownership.
rebuild, then yes, I think he needs to go. But what he's done recently has shown me, okay, he's kind of facing reality a little bit more. He's trading for certain younger players. He's trying to face reality that, yeah, this roster maybe is not the greatest. So let's start getting younger pieces. I think it was serious that he traded Marshawn Lattimore last year. That was a big telltale sign that, yeah, he's starting to see, okay, maybe we should start moving off veteran pieces and getting what we can to be able to draft young players and bring in youth to this team. So, I'm kind of happy with what he's been doing recently.
So yeah, so here are the quarterbacks. So we have Garrett Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, Lanarius Sellers. Where the fuck did he come from?
Sellers has actually been Sellers that got a concussion. His last game, not this week, but last week.
So yeah,
he ended up getting the concussion just as bad as Tua.
Fucking Carson Beck. Fucking Carson Beck.
Carson Beck's actually looking really good right now.
All right, so Jordan, we'll save your pick last since it's your Saints. Cody, who are you picking?
I think he picked. I picked
Seattle.
You picked Seattle.
I'll pick first.
All right. Okay, Jordan, go ahead and pick.
Yeah, I picked first.
All right. Well, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid for one final week. I think this is the game when Spencer Rattler finally does what he needs to do. Last week he played really well. He didn't turn the ball over. He played a really good San Francisco 49ers defense. And I thought we had a chance at the end. Unfortunately, the offensive line kind of collapsed, and Spencer lost his footing, and that's how the game essentially ended. But I think the defense is going to give him chances once again. They've been doing that in both games, and now you play Sam Darnold, who can be very hit or miss, even against defenses that are maybe a little bit more questionable.
I will say this. I'm going to say this. I do think Seattle does not miss DK Metcalf. I do think Smith.
No, JSN has been absolutely amazing
Yes,
for them.
he has really
JSN
taken
has been
over.
amazing. And I
Um,
do think he's going to have a big game against us. I'm not going to be
I do.
biased and say,
I also think Kenneth Walker is going to have a big game as well. This is also so.
I actually think that's where we're going to be pretty solid. I think we're going to get picked apart through the air.
Yeah.
But
Cooper Kupp is their second wide receiver, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's get into the last or second
Wait,
to last.
Hold on. Cooper Cup's who's he on? I thought he was Rams.
No,
Seattle.
he's with the Seahawks now.
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
have
okay.
game of the week is what they're calling it, which is bullshit because it's not game of the week. This is
No,
gonna be
it's
a
not.
terrible game. We have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Chicago Bears. Apparently, the Cowboys are going to be missing someone very important. I forgot who it was. I saw it today. A report came out today. Dallas is going to be potentially missing one of their key players. I don't know. Is it CeeDee Lamb?
I'm looking it up right now. Their quarterback, Deron Bland.
Deron Bland he's been out though. He's been out. Oh my God! Javanian Clowney just got arrested for trespassing.
Trevon Diggs, he's out.
Trevon Diggs. Okay, that's who it was. Trevon Diggs. I mean, that doesn't matter. He's fucking trash anyways.
But he's out this week due to an illness.
Yeah, so
and a questionable knee injury,
their
too.
entire secondary is just – I'm sorry. They had a big win against the Giants. I think the Cowboys they lose this week. I don't – that secondary, Caleb Williams should be able to pick apart that secondary. For a period of time against the Lions, they did look pretty good. It was just when the Lions just started, they just took over that second half. The Bears, I feel like the Bears are a team that's going to get hot down the stretch. I don't think they're the worst team in the league. I just don't think it's all clicking with them yet. And I do think Caleb Williams still needs to play a little bit better, but I still don't. I'm not going to give up on him. I still think he's a quality quarterback. I just think he needs to just take a deep breath and read the defense a little bit better. I think he's playing a much easier defense. I mean, if Russell Wilson can put up 300 yards on Dallas, what do you think Caleb Williams is going to do with more weapons? I mean,
still turn the ball over a lot.
Russell Wilson put up 300 yards with just Malik Neighbors. Now, I think the Bears will get a win here. I think Dallas is not a good football team. I'm sorry.
Don't forget about Cam Scottabeo or fucking however you forget out.
Scottaboo, the boy. Yeah, he had a good game. He did have a good game.
Yeah, so he had a good game too. You can't forget about him.
DeAndre Swift.
You see that dude bulldoze of like fucking 4 or 5 defenders over back to back to back? Not even like 3 seconds after each other?
I do think the Cowboys will keep it close, but I think Chicago gets. This will be an upset alert. I do think Chicago's going to win here. I don't trust Dallas. I don't think Dallas is a good football team. A win against barely beating the Giants.
Bro, that's what I said, and people were celebrating that in overtime. What?
Dude, if the Giants played if they didn't play zone, they win that game. Like they were begging Aubrey to kick a game tying field goal. They were begging him to do it. I don't think the Bears will do it this time.
I always play man to man. I love man to man. Man has always been my thing.
Also, the Bears have a very good defense. The Bears' defense is really good. But just because they got blown out by the Lions, who still have a very good offense, I can't take that away because they still looked really good week 1 until the fourth quarter, and even then, that was just because J.J. McCarthy made a couple good plays. That's gonna be the highlight of his career too. He makes a couple good plays. So I'm going Bears. Jordan, who you picking here?
I'm gonna go with Cowboys. I think it's been very disappointing. I get it that they're playing the Lions, and I understand that playing the Lions are still really solid. They're still dominant
They're playing the
offensively.
Bears, not the Lions.
No.
I
He's
know,
talking about
I
the
know.
Bears.
Yeah,
He's talking
yeah.
about the Bears.
I'm just talking about the week before. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
I see it. I
I
misheard that
just
part.
find it extremely disappointing that we haven't seen that revelation moment from Caleb Williams yet with Ben Johnson. And when is that really going to come? I mean, we keep waiting for it, and we're saying, okay, this is going to be the week now, right? We're now getting into week 3, and it's like, I don't know if I can keep buying into Caleb Williams anymore. I just think he's been very overhyped. I thought he played well for the situation last year, but as of right now, I just
I
don't
think he
buy
played well
into
week
him
1.
yet.
He played well week 1. He played okay week 2.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just gonna take time. That's why I'm picking the Bears here. I feel like this is a game that they could get him going. This is a game
And
to get him going.
I would say I don't even know if Chicago's defense is really that great to where you could definitely see Dak maybe having a very similar game to what unfortunately Jared Goff did to them. And I'm not saying he's going to
True.
have 5 touchdowns, but you
True.
could certainly see a game where Dak puts up 300 yards and he at least has 2 or 3 touchdowns. So
True.
um,
True. Cody, who you going with?
Give me 1 second. At this rate that Caleb Williams is going, honestly, he's on path to be one of the greatest Bears QB to ever play.
I don't know if you're choking there or not, but okay.
Now hear me out. Okay. On average, the Bears QB throw 7 touchdowns to 7 INTs, or 4 touchdowns to 3 INTs, or 2 touchdowns to 3 INTs. Caleb Williams is averaging 4 touchdowns to 1 INT.
And Jordan, that's cool. Jordan, to piggyback though on this, this feels like a good opponent for the Bears though. The Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I think offensively, yeah. If Caleb Williams was going to show up against anyone, I think this is the opportunity for him to do that.
Especially now that the Cowboys don't have either of their starting cornerbacks.
Yeah.
For this game.
It's that game. He has no excuses. But I need him to show
I
me.
got the Bears on this one.
You're going da Bears. He's going da
Yeah, I'm
Bears.
going to Bears.
Da Bears. Da Bears.
Wait, I didn't know Jim Harbaugh played for the Bears.
Didn't he win a Super Bowl with them?
Maybe, possibly.
Wasn't he part of that Super Bowl team? I know Rivera.
Ron
Rivera
was. Did the Bears win a Super Bowl between 87 and 93?
No, I think it was 85. 85 is when they won the Super Bowl.
Then that was Rex Grossman, right? No, that was your. That wasn't Rex Grossman. That's not even a player.
No, Rex Grossman was when they went. He took them to the Super Bowl in 2005.
Yeah, but like I said, as a coach, not a player.
It was this 2005 season.
It was Jim McCon. No, wait, who was their starter? That's actually a question.
I know who their coach was.
Sure, it was 2000. Because I remember my Saints losing
No.
to the Bears.
It was the 2005 season, but it was in 2006. Remember that's how they do it. That's how the fucking NFL does that. It was 2005 season was no. It was the 2005. No, you might be right.
Yeah, because that's when Breeze took us to the NFC Championship.
It was in 07 when the Bears played.
And that's who we lost to. Was the Bears?
It was against the Patriots.
It was the 06. It was the 06 season. No, actually, no, it was not.
Yep.
It
No, it was Colts. It was 2007 where they lost to the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, because
2008. 2006 season, and it was 2000.
Yeah, it was the 06 season going into 07.
Yep.
Yeah, and 08 was the year that the fucking Patriots went undefeated, and then they lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants. And
yep.
4 years later, they will lose again to the Giants.
Yep.
Eli Manning can retire knowing that he owned Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. To be honest,
it was
the
Jim
NFC,
McCon.
The NFC East could say
Mick Mon.
Well, I know who the coach was. Mike Ditka.
That's their quarterback that got the Bears to the Super Bowl win.
All right, let's get into the next. We have the final.
Because they had Walter Payton that year
The
as
final
the running back.
4:00 game. It is the Cardinals 49. A couple of 2-0 teams. This is where we're gonna find out if the Cards are for real or not. A really good game last week. First half for the Cardinals, then a really bad second half where they let Bryce Young back in the game. I don't know if the 49ers, because they're going to be without Brock Purdy for another 4 weeks. I don't know. At least another 4 weeks. Potentially 3. 2. I think he was out for at least 3. But 2 to 5 was the time period. I don't know. This is in Arizona too, so I don't
No,
know.
it's not.
Is it in San Francisco?
It's in Santa Clara.
So I got to give this to San Francisco. I think San Francisco kind of exposes the Cardinals defense, so I got to go San Francisco. Jordan?
I like Kyler Murray and the Cardinals here. I think this is a spot for them. They have a big opportunity with Mac Jones being in. I know he had a pretty damn solid game against us. I'll give him credit where it's due. He came in and did what he needed to do.
Trash.
But I think at the end of the game when
Trash.
my gosh, at the end
Sorry,
of the game,
I have a terrible cough.
at the end of the game, when Mac Jones needed to make the plays to end the game, I think that's where we saw Mac Jones kind of return to Mac Jones again. And in this game against the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals defense is going to be really strong. I think they're going to get after Mac Jones with pressure with Josh Flett and the guys up front. Will Johnson's been playing really strong, so I don't know if Ricky Pearsall is going to have an insane game for them.
You know what? You just talked me into it because I do think the 49ers defense is also banged up. So...
And don't get me wrong, I think the 49ers defense is still really solid, but I think, honestly, for what it was worth last week, I thought Spencer Rattler played really well against the 49ers starting defense, which surprised me a lot. So, I really like Arizona here in this spot to get the upset in Santa Clara. So,
all right, Cody, who are you picking?
Sorry, what game is this? Niners
Cardinals and
versus
49ers.
Oh, both undefeated teams right now.
Yep.
Ooh.
With a chance, well, all three of the 4 teams in the NFC West are undefeated.
Are they?
Yes.
Who's the other one? Rams, right?
Rams.
Or Seattle? Rams?
Seattle's
Seattle's
1-1.
Seattle's not. Right?
Seattle's not because they played San Francisco.
The 49ers beat them.
They played the 49ers week 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So who are you picking?
There's no CMC.
No CMC. Is he not playing?
He played last week, though. He played last week.
Yeah, he played last week against us.
He had a good game, too.
Oh, I might have to go Niners with CMC back.
He was kind of held in check.
Well, he was coming off an injury, so.
Yeah.
I just saw the one big play that he made. So.
Yeah, I think I'm about to go. But Niners also got a really good backup too.
They have Brian Robinson at running back.
Huh?
They have Brian Robinson.
They don't have Jordan Mason anymore. He went to Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Who are you picking?
I probably have to go. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go with my guts, and I gotta go with Niners. They're home. CMC's back. He's gonna be looking even more sharp this week than he did last week.
What are you talking about?
What?
He played against us.
He played against the Saints.
That's what I said. CMC is back.
No, he's yeah. Okay.
Right,
yes, he is back, and he's gonna be sitting, and he's literally got quite a bit of rest, so he's gonna be playing with more.
No, he played last week. That's what we're saying. He's played the first two. He's played in the first 2 games of the season.
Don't think
no, he didn't. He didn't play the first week at all.
He didn't play against the Seahawks.
He did not play the first game.
No, he did. He had 22 carries for 69 yards against Seattle. Yeah, he had 22 carries against Seattle.
They literally said he was out for the game.
No. It was questionable. It was a game time decision. He ended up playing.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh. Well, I still got to go with CMC and the Niners on this one.
Waiting all day for Sunday night. This is gonna be a shitty game. This is gonna be a shitty game. This is gonna be a shitty game. We go from Buffalo. A great game to a boring game against Atlanta and Minnesota to a. I'm turning the TV off type of game. Russ could still have a really good game in this too. He could make this interesting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just not even have you guys predict. I know all your predictions. Yeah, no.
Wait, who's playing? Giants and
Giants and Chiefs.
Let's all just get this out of the way. We're all picking the Chiefs.
Fuck no, we're not. I'm literally picking the Giants.
Good luck trying to win that trophy at the end of the season, my guy.
And you guys can say what you want, whatever you guys want, but that Giants offense has been looking really good for the last 2 weeks.
They look like shit against the Commanders.
Yards.
They look like
they didn't play
shit
very well against the Commanders.
And they played the Cowboys, who have arguably the worst defense in the league, bro. Stop.
And they're playing the 0-2 shitty-ass Chiefs.
The Chiefs held the Eagles to 100 yards, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say, oh, they're playing the shitty ass Chiefs. The Chiefs are still one of the, in terms of overall talent, they're still one of the best teams in the league.
They're playing the shitty-ass Chiefs.
Yeah,
they are not the same Chiefs that y'all watched dominate for these last several years.
They played the Chargers and the Eagles, man. They played two really good teams. I think this is a good opportunity for them to bounce back. Their defense is still playing really strong. Even for the first two games, I think they've still played well enough. I think their offense is going to get it going in this game because they're playing the Giants defense, which surprisingly has been very disappointing.
And with Chiefs missing their top two starters, wide receivers, I don't see them doing too much.
It's not because they're bad. It's not because they're disappointing. It's because who's calling their plays and defense. He's a terrible defensive coordinator.
Let me finish it.
Steve, I'm
I'm
going to be honest. I think the most disappointing part about the Giants is their front four right now. I think the expectation was they were going to be one of the best front fours in the league, and that just hasn't been the case through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, okay, I guess Cody's picking the Giants. So,
yeah, no, I'm going Giants all the way. I can't wait till the Giants upset you guys, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, we should have gone with our guts like Cody."
Nah, dude, this is at this point, this is where I agree with Nick Wright. They're not losing to the Giants.
To the Giants, no.
And Nick Wright has been wrong every damn time. He also said that the Bucs weren't going to win the 2020 Super Bowl, that we're going to get absolutely demolished.
He's got you guys going to the Super Bowl this year.
Does he? Because I've seen the opposite.
He's smoking some crack on that
Eagles
one.
going to the Super Bowl.
No, he has.
What are you talking about?
His pick is Chiefs over Bucs in the Super Bowl this year.
Oh wait, no, I did see that week 2. You're right. Yeah.
No, he said that at the beginning of the season. That's his pick. Is the Chiefs?
Well, no,
Chiefs
what I'm
over
saying
the Bucs.
is I saw it during week 2. I remember.
Yeah.
I think he's giving the Bucs
about.
too much praise, man. I'm sorry.
Because I made a comment sitting there saying, did he forget what happened last time, the Bucs versus the Chiefs in 2020 Super Bowl?
I do think if the Chiefs and Bucs played again, I do think the Bucs would win, unless the Chiefs get healthy.
No, if the Chiefs somehow made the Super Bowl this year and played the Bucs, I'd like the Chiefs in that one.
They're not making the Super Bowl this year.
No.
So let's get into this.
at least I don't see the Bucs making it, but I could still see the Chiefs turning things around and still being, once they get everybody back, Xavier Worthy, Rasheed Rice, etc. Still being that team.
Yeah, no, I definitely see the Bucs making it over the Chiefs easily in that Super Bowl. I don't even have the fucking Chiefs making Super Bowl. I literally have it being Bills versus Bucs Super Bowl.
No, I got Bills Packers. All right, so we have a rematch of was it 2 years ago or last year? Monday Night Football in Baltimore. The Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Jordan, I'm sorry. I don't trust Baltimore. I got to go Lions. I think Lions go into Baltimore and get a win. They get a big win. Right now, Baltimore is it's Lamar or bust. That defense is absolutely trash. What Josh Allen did to them in the last 4 minutes of the regular season on Sunday Night Football was embarrassing, and even against Cleveland, they struggled. So the only reason why they were able to win that game was because of the special teams play of Cleveland and at Baltimore. They were able to get short field. They put up points where Cleveland was just too far behind to come back in the game. I don't think they're going to have that same situation here. Detroit has a very good defense. Their defense looked good in both games this season so far. They looked very good against the Packers. The offense just couldn't get going. And then finally the offense got going last week against the Bears. I think the Lions go in this game. They smack Baltimore in the face. I don't think Baltimore's all that. I think they're overhyped. I do. I think they're not even the third best team in the league. I would put the Texans over them. I honestly trust the Texans more than I trust Baltimore because Baltimore can't hold a fucking lead to save their life. This is the 16th time they blew a lead with like 4 or 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I'll still never forget that Super Bowl with the brothers, the Harbaugh brothers.
And they should have lost that one too. Honestly, they should have lost that one too. They blew another 15, 20-point lead in the Super Bowl, and they had to win.
Yeah, they were up big at halftime and then turn around after halftime.
But
Niners just bounced back.
To be fair, there was a delay because of the shitty-ass lighting in the Super
Bowl. Beyonce?
No. The Superdome.
Oh, fucking Beyonce. I'll never forget that halftime performance.
The lights, like the section of the stadium.
No, the whole entire stadium went out because she used her hairdryer. Yeah, that's literally why the fucking stadium went out. It was because of her hairdryer.
Jordan, you hear this shit?
Bro, I fucking cracked up laughing.
Is that really true?
Yes, I'll show you. I'll send you the link.
But let's get to the. Obviously, Marcus picked the Lions. Who you going with, Cody?
Ooh, Lions and
Ravens.
Ravens?
Yep.
Lions are looking okay this year. They're 1-1 right now. I expected them to be 2-0, to be honest with you.
We did pick the Lions week 1. We did think they were the Packers, but
I have to go with the Ravens. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. The Ravens with Henry as well. I think Henry's going to have a bounce back week because they're versing a tougher team, so they're going to use them a lot more.
Detroit has a very good run defense. I don't see it happening. I just don't see Derrick Henry having a good game. They have a very good run defense. I feel like it's the Bucs and the Lions and even the Rams. I think those are the three teams with the best run defense. The Lions, Aiden Hutchinson is a different animal. Now that he's fully healthy, I just feel like this is a game the Lions are going to win. Jordan?
One sentence. Lamar Jackson is 24-4 against the NFC. And 2 of those games, he was not the starter, and it was actually Joe Flacco. So technically, he's 24-2 against the NFC. This is how dominant he has been against the NFC. And the last time he lost to an NFC opponent was 3 years ago. So when he plays the NFC, he dominates the NFC. And this is a matchup at home, Monday night, big spotlight. I don't think the Lions defense is going to have a lot of success against Lamar Jackson. I think they're going to be able to run the football. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a really strong night. And I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. But I certainly think that Lamar Jackson gets it done and gets his 25th win against the NFC.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. But don't be shocked if Detroit wins. All right, let's wrap this up with the final game. We get into week 4. We do this because we predict on Saturdays, so we can't predict Thursday on a Saturday because the game would have already happened. We have another NFC West matchup. This should be a good game. Seattle, Arizona, Thursday night. Both these teams could potentially be they both could be 2-1 or one could be 3-0. I think it's in Arizona as well. We will not have DK Metcalf tackling Buda Baker after an interception. So maybe Smith and Njiba, maybe he can catch up to him. But I gotta go Cardinals in this. I think Cardinals will win this game. Jordan?
Well, of course, I don't have the Sunday game to go off of, but I'm gonna roll with Cardinals. I think short week and the traveling team. It's usually a lot harder for them going from home to traveling on the road on a short week. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with you on this one, and I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here. I think Kyler Murray's gonna have another really strong game because I'm believing that he's already gonna have a strong game this Sunday. And I think that Cardinals defense is going to give Sam Darnold a lot of problems on a short week like this. So, yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals.
Cody,
Who the Cardinals playing Thursday night?
Seattle.
Seahawks in
Oh,
Arizona.
Seattle. Oh wait, in Arizona? Oh yeah, Seattle.
Any reason
I'm
why?
sorry, but bro, Seattle's. Oh no. Who's their quarterback again? I already forget.
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Is it Sam Darnold?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm going with Seattle.
that's all our
I'm
picks
definitely
for
going Seattle.
for week 2 and into week 4.
Week 3 to
Jordan?
4.
Jordan, once again, I'd like to welcome you to the All Sports Podcast Network family. Hope to see you on again. I don't know if you're going to be on next week, but that's fine. You just as long as you just give me your predictions, we'll keep you on. And NFC South, you can go fuck yourself, Saints. Fuck your Bucks, and we're gonna claw them kitties this week.
I just want to say something real quick about the Beyonce thing. Apparently, that's a hoax.
Yeah,
I was really young, so I believed it at the time.
Of course you did. You're worse. You're worse than Colin.
No. So what happened was that it was a power company a local power company, was monitoring the fucking I can't even say the word correctly. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's the first word I've never pronounced correctly. Wow. But they were watching the hold on. Something about the power supply, and then the power supply tripped the breaker, and that's what triggered the lights to go out.
So I think Trent Grisham just hit another home run. So nope, you gotta go. So anyways, what's coming up before we end this? We have 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks. Next week it'll be the same as usual Saturday. The following week will be the same as usual Saturday. The Falcons will be on their bye week, and then the following week we'll be recording during the week because I will be at that Saturday night. I will be leaving, heading down to Atlanta for the Monday night game against the Bills. I am excited for that. It'll be my first experience inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which has been on my to-do list for a long time. I cannot wait. Arguably, probably the best stadium in the entire NFC South. No offense. I do think all the other 3 stadiums do not come close. Maybe the U.S. Bank Stadium. I think the Superdome comes with nostalgic, but I also think it's not the best facility. It's been through some hard times. And
it's also been renovated too, so it's a lot nicer now.
The fucking Raymond James Stadium. I've heard so many bad things about it.
You heard bad things.
I've heard bad things about it. There's a reason why the Bucks aren't the Bucks looking for a new stadium in the next 5 years. I thought
absolutely
they were.
not. We're not. That's the Rays.
The Rays have a terrible stadium too. They just need to sell the team.
Well,
and go to
the
Montreal.
Rays don't even have a stadium. We're using the Yankees.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, by the way.
What we're using y'all's single A?
No,
stadium?
you're using our spring training stadium. Our spring training
okay.
field.
That's bad.
So, but
yeah, well,
the
because
I don't think it's you
guys
got
came through and demolished our stadium.
It's not you guys are relocating. You guys want to do a shit ton of renovating to the stadium, because it's falling.
No, we're not renovating. We're getting a whole new stadium now.
Are you? No. I'm talking about the Bucks. I'm talking about the Bucks.
I'm
talking about the Bucks.
Oh.
The Bucks want to renovate Raymond James. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, we're renovating Raymond James.
Yeah,
I love Raymond James.
They want to renovate it because it's getting up there in age. So and it's starting.
It is.
So yeah, they're planning.
That stadium was created 75 or 76?
98. They
Oh
built in
no, it
98.
was redone in '98. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
No. The team began an assessment of the aging so they built it in 1998. So they want to build it because the lease expires in 2028. So they plan on doing a massive multi-billion-dollar renovation to the stadium. But I still think the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is just it's the design.
Well, it's the newest stadium of the 4 stadiums. So.
Yeah, well, it's not just that; it's just how they designed it. I mean, if you look at it, the way they designed the Allegiant Stadium and SoFi Stadium, they built off of what Arthur Blank did with the Mercedes Benz. Another stadium I want to see is the brand new Bills Stadium that's going to be opening up next year as well. I can't wait to see that. But all right, so our picks are locked in, boys. Good luck. At the end of it, like I said, I mentioned in the chat, I mentioned last week, we're going to be at the end of the season. We're getting a trophy. The winner will hold on to that trophy until the beginning of the following season. Right now, I am in the lead with 18 and 14 because a certain Cody did not want to get his picks in when I asked him to get his picks in.
No, I was literally busy this
So
week.
And unfortunately, I don't think I made picks in week 1, so
you
I'm
didn't
behind.
you didn't make picks, but you're in a better shape. You're 8 and 6, and Cody is 8 and 9 because he did make one pick for the Packers game. And now he is 9 and 9 because I gave him the pick for the Bills because I knew he was going to pick the Bills.
I mean, I had the Bills winning anyways.
So you're 9 and 9. So you're 9 and 9. Jordan is 9 and 6. I'm 19 and 14. So we'll see how we look after tomorrow and Monday night, and we'll go from there. All right, guys.
I want to give you guys a heads up on a stat line I just found out about between the Dolphins and the Bills. Since 2-1 Josh Allen joined, Tua has never beaten the Bills in Buffalo. Never.
Yeah, his one win came on that terrible.
His 2 wins. His 2 wins to Josh Allen came up against Josh Allen in Miami.
He's 1 and 8. So how did he win 2 games? He's 1 and 9 against them.
He's 2 and 19. What?
No, he's 1 and 9 against the Bills. You know what? He beat the Bills when Josh Allen wasn't playing. That's probably why.
Probably. But yeah, no, he's winless against Josh Allen in Buffalo, and he's beaten Josh Allen twice.
No, he's 1 and 9. He's 1 and 9. So yeah, he only won one game. He's 1 and 9.
Oh, then he's beat the Bills twice in Miami.
All right.
He's 1 and 9 against Buffalo in his career as of September 2025. So, he's not a good quarterback. I honestly think they need to move on from him.
And
anyways,
I say it's due to all those 5 promotions he's had.
That's all the time we have. That's all the time we have for this week. We'll be back next week. Thank you, Jordan, for joining on. Cody, I'll see you next Saturday. We'll see you guys later. Peace.